Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to Cooking with King Fletch. Today I'm going to be baking a strawberry cassata cake. First I'm going to make my strawberry sauce, then I'm going to make my custard. That I'm going to put in the refrigerator so it can begin to cool. Then I'm going to get into my cake. So let's get started. I got some beautiful fresh strawberries here. I'm just going to go ahead and start off by cutting the stems right off of these, tossing them right into a bowl. Simple process. So easy a caveman could do it. And there you have it, my strawberries. I'm just gonna rinse these off, and I'm gonna be right back with you to blend up half of them, cut the rest of them, and get ready to make my strawberry compote. I got my strawberries quartered. This is what I meant by quartered. Cut them in fours. They're rinsed and cleaned off. I left a few here in the bowl because I'm gonna make a puree to begin my compote. So I'm gonna just put those in there. Water, lemon juice, and sugar. And from there, I'm gonna add that into a saucepan with my strawberries, put it on a low heat until it begins to thicken, and then I'm gonna add in a little bit of cornstarch. So now I got my eye on low heat. Just going to add my strawberries in. And these are the strawberries that I quartered, of course. And like I said, this here is on low heat. While that's on low heat, here's my puree with the strawberries and lemon juice. I'll just go ahead and add that in. So the puree's in there. Then I'm gonna add my sugar. I didn't use this whole, I just used this to use it. I didn't use the whole thing of sugar. Use your sugar as desired. Like again, I told you, in all my cooking videos, I do not measure. So don't look for me to measure a thing and give you instructions on it. Everything is to taste. All right, so now I'm gonna add in about 2 ounces of water. And with that 2 ounces of water, I'm gonna take about a tablespoon of cornstarch, 100% cornstarch, just to thicken this, okay? So that's 2 ounces of water, a teaspoon of cornstarch, and I got my strawberries and my sugar. All right, so now we wanna get that cornstarch all the way mixed in, because like I said, we want this to thicken. So now our compote is nice and thick. As you can see, it's like a syrup. So I'm just gonna turn this off, put it in a bowl, and stick it in the refrigerator and allow it to cool. This is gonna be the center of our strawberry cassata cake. Now I'm gonna get into making my custard. So I got 3 egg yolks here, and I've got a mixture of milk and heavy whipping cream here, and I've got some vanilla extract. So what I'm gonna do with this vanilla extract is just add a little bit of it, just a little bit, because this stuff is really, really strong. So just add a little bit of that to our milk and cream mixture, just a little, because like I said, it's really, really strong. And here, with our egg yolks, we're gonna add some cornstarch. That's about 2 teaspoons really quick. Let's add a little bit more. All right. I'm just gonna mix that in with my egg yolks to kind of make a paste out of it. And like I said, this is 3 egg yolks and cornstarch. I just want that to get nice and pasty. Almost like what it is, okay? So now I'm pouring in my cream and milk mixture, and that also has that vanilla extract in it. Stick that right there. And with that, I'll do about 1/4 cup of sugar. That's just 1/4 cup, all right? So now I'm just gonna whisk that sugar in Put that milk and cream mixture just to make sure it all dissolves down in there. We got that. So now we got our egg yolk and cornstarch mixture. And this right here is nice and pasty. It's like a creamy paste. And like I said, that's just cornstarch and egg yolk. Alright, this is for our custard. So now we got that. Just sit there, let it sit for a second. I got my cream and milk warming up. I'm gonna take some of that to this just to get that out of the bowl and pour it back into the cream and milk mixture. So now I got my milk and cream mixture warm. I'm just gonna add some of that in here. Stick the rest of it back on the stove. And I needed that just to loosen up my egg and cornstarch mixture. Get it all off my fork. That out of there. Whisk that around. And that's just to get everything out of my bowl. As you can see, I had a mess in there. So, nice and pretty. I'm gonna keep on whisking that because I need it smooth. That's good, man. That's definitely fit. Alright, so we got our dry goods bowl, right? And we're gonna put about 2 cups of all-purpose flour in here. I moved on to the cake now, by the way. Getting ready to make my cake. So then I got some cornstarch. And I'm gonna put about 1/4 cup of cornstarch in here. Cornstarch usually serves about the same purpose as flour does. In most cases, it's a little finer than flour though. So that's in there. Maybe about 4 teaspoons of baking powder, give or take. 4 teaspoons. So these are actual teaspoons, so I'm only going to use like 2.5, 3. Just add a little bit for good measure. All right, just a little bit baking powder. And then I'm going to do 1/2 teaspoon of salt. Salt. Sprinkle that on in there. Okay. Now those are all my dry goods. Just whip that up because I'm making a white cake. Those are all my dry goods. Just have all those sitting right there like that, okay? And here, I've got 10.5 tablespoons of butter. And I'm gonna add a little under 1 cup of sugar to that. This is 1/2 cup, by the way, so I gotta put almost 2 of those. Like I said, I'm not gonna use a whole cup of sugar. That's that. Alright. And I'm gonna use some lemon zest in my cake. Zest, lemon zest. Okay. This is gonna add a little flavor to my cake that otherwise wouldn't be there. Don't tell nobody I told you this little trick. Just a little trick, nothing major. And this is softened butter. You want the butter to be soft so that it can go right in. And I'm zesting a lot of this lemon. Like I said, it's gonna add a good flavor to my actual cake. Go ahead and add in my egg whites. That's 4 egg whites. Now, I know I told y'all that I don't measure. This is a cake, so you gotta kind of measure a little bit. But I'm gonna take this spoon here and take a little bit of almond extract. It's white, you can see it. Put a little bit of that in there, all right? Mix my egg white, butter. And while we got that going, we're gonna add in our dry ingredients. This is the flour, cornstarch, baking powder. And we're also gonna use milk in this also. We got a cup of milk. Add that so that it's not so loose. And we're gonna add in our flour and cornstarch yet again. We got cornstarch, flour, salt, and baking powder. And we add in our milk again and loosen that milk. Now this is a homemade cake. This is not a box cake. Betty Crocker did not show us how to do it. So now our cake is looking a little stiffer, right? And like I said, I'm gonna add some more milk just to loosen it. It's just like with pancakes. If you want real thick, dense pancakes, you use thicker mix. If you want thinner pancakes, you loosen up your mixture. You add a little water or milk or whatever it is. But your base ingredient is to thin that out. Okay? And like I said, I want my cake to be airy, fluffy. I don't want it to be thick. So I'm loosening my batter. Alright? So you feel free to add, take away what's necessary for your cake. Alright? So I started off with a cup of milk, and like I said, I'm gonna add and take away as need be. That's got a real good taste. Like I was saying, just add a little milk to thin it out a little bit. You want some cake to be fluffy. We added that lemon zest. I just tested the batter. You can taste the lemon zest in the batter. This is going to be an awesome thing. I don't know what the infatuation is with me and lemon. But I like lemon and lemon like me. Keep it like that. Baking spray in my pans. My cake batter. Right into my cake pans. Alright y'all, so now I got my cake out of the oven. I've let them cool. I got my custard. So with that, just gonna sit that down in this cake. Spread this around. And this is really, really good, by the way. I feel like I've outdone myself for my first baking episode. This is my first time making a cake in my life, especially from scratch. My compote that I made earlier. Alright, so I'm going to take these, kind of sit them right in the center also. And as you can see, these strawberries have begun to run for the border. It's fine, it's not going to hurt nothing. But we are going to keep it from going off into the cake. sitting there so that it can cool. See that? Strawberry cassata cake.
Oh, and taste your wine.
All the way from scratch.
Oh, love it.
Did that.